yourself an announcer voice.
It sure did, Jeff. Let me tell you what. Like those getting on that equipment there, it really got my...
You record long enough, you might get an auctioneer too. I don't know.
So, John, who are you?
I am John Harlan, husband of Weapon X, Deidre Miller. She is the reason I got into strongman. It's kind of embarrassing when your wife's stronger than you are and can kick your ass. She could still kick my ass.
But yeah, so we went down to Redmond. That's where we were, right?
Redmond, yeah. When we go past the sign to Prineville, right outside of Madras, I'll show you the way to Prineville.
Okay.
I don't school. I never did any gym time. It always kind of freaked me out. One reason is when I was a teenager, a horse flipped over on me and destroyed my hips. And so I was like, well, I can go in and maybe do some cardio and maybe I'll do some upper body work, but squats, no way. Carries, no way. I won't be able to do any of it. And then it's all really just kind of came together and worked out. I don't know how or why.
I honestly completely forgot about that until you just brought it up. Like, I remember when you first started, you're like, well, I'm not going to be able to do any of these things because of my bad hips. And now you're doing them all the time.
Yeah.
So, how's your bad hips doing?
You know, they get sore after a workout, but something, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like when I'm loaded up, like a squat bar or whatever.
Right.
I don't know if it sets my hips deeper in their sockets or what the problem is, but it's really not bad. Like if I sit too long, I get sore hips. I still have to jog uphill a little bit because walking up a hill sucks for me.
That's why you always have a little shuffle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I walk like I'm shaking my hips. It's because my left leg won't go down to the ground as fast as my right leg or something. I don't know.
But you don't seem to have any big problems yoking?
No. If I do too much yoke, I'll start dragging my leg. That's my biggest problem, I think.
When your coach makes you do 5 minutes of it?
Yeah, 5-minute AMRAPs of yoke is literally one of my favorite workouts, but also, oh my god, like the strain it puts on you physically and mentally. It's just like you feel like you've done 35 reps, maybe you have, and you look at the clock and you're only halfway through your stuff, 2.5 minutes to go. Just pick it up and keep going. The back of my neck is like saddle leather right now. It's like reptile skin. But it's good because I asked Jeff, how do I get better at yoke? And the way to get better at yoke is to just do yoke. So
It worked for you though, didn't it?
yeah, oh yeah.
You've gotten better at yoke, haven't you?
Yeah, I gotta get to 800 on the yoke before Jeff gets to 13 though. I don't know what the bet is. Maybe I'll have to buy each other lunch or something. I'm not sure.
We never actually established terms. It was just
Who could get there the fastest?
because it was. I told you that you were going to do an 800-pound yoke. You're like, do you know how much weight that would be? I was like, I don't care. Just do an 800-pound yoke. Well, why don't you do the same amount of weight?
Yeah, at the time, I was only doing like 300 on yoke, so I was like, that's 500 pounds more than what I'm doing right now.